Hey guys, it's Liar here, and in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to get better at Destiny and get more known for Destiny 2. And what I mean by getting more known is getting more known in the Destiny community, getting more recognition. Now, I don't really know what I'm going to call this video, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that giving you guys ways to get more exposure and getting actually better at the game to help you get more credit. No matter what you're doing in Destiny, if you're a content creator, you're a sweat player, you're trials carry kind of guy. There's ways for you to get better and more recognition. First way is that you need to change your playstyles for Destiny 2. You need to be able to adapt to new metas. Especially just like Destiny 1. Destiny 1 had a bunch of metas that changed the game completely. For example, the changes from sniper meta to shotgun meta to sidearm meta. We already know that Bungie is going to have a lot of changes and Destiny 2 is going to have a lot of different metas. One thing to note is that Destiny 2 is a completely different game. It has a ton of similarities with weapons, abilities, visual effects, but it's a completely new game, so we can't really treat it the same way as Destiny 1. Alright, the second step is to get a team, get involved, and take more chances. You're not going to get any more unless you have a team. Destiny, especially Destiny 2, is a team-based game, so you need to have coordination. Grab a bunch of buddies who are near the same skill level as you, and then form a team, make a clan. Just get in there, get involved. Join tournaments just for the heck of it. You and your team are going to have to be dedicated, because in Destiny 2, you can't really solo anything in this game. If you see from the clips in the video, none of these plays are going to exist. You can't do any of them, unless you're extremely lucky or playing a bunch of horrible players for some reason. These clips are impossible. You can't 1v3 anymore, so there goes my trials 1v3 attempts. They changed the game so drastically where you can't clutch anything anymore. Pure gun skill in Destiny 2 does not really exist anymore unless you're racing in a 1v1. Pure gun skill is extremely overpowered by team shotting and teamwork. You can't do it on your own. You need to make sure you have a team. And if a team wants to get more recognition, more known, there's a lot of small clans out there. I know for a fact that I was on a smaller clan before I joined Be Modest, which is a decently big clan. It's not the biggest clan, but it's still pretty big. You just have to keep playing sweats and you're getting noticed eventually. You will get the recognition you deserve. But you have to start slowly. You can't just go home and play like a team like BSK and then get farmed like me. I'm not gonna go talk about that, but yeah, if you saw me in the tournament, DCS tournament, then you'll know. I don't wanna be reminded of that. But anyway, you just have to keep playing teams, like play smaller teams that are like not the best, like average teams. Then like play more challenging teams. Just play more smaller teams first. If you can't really find any friends to play with or get a team with, go for clans that are having tryouts. I know a lot of clans are having tryouts. Be Modest had the recruitment challenge recently, which was a good way of joining the clan. You need to take chances. Say you're a solo player and you're trying to like get bigger and get better. It's extremely hard to do that on your own. You're gonna have to take your chances to get into a clan. For Be Modest, I heard that they were having a tryout, and I had to make sure I got into that clan because I wanted to get into a bigger clan and a better clan. And yeah, that's what we're going. Take chance. Don't be afraid to take chances. You never know where it might lead you. I know for the Be Modest recruitment challenge, we had a member in the top 10 for the finalists that he didn't actually play sweats. Like, we're a sweat clan and he didn't actually play sweats. So we told him that it's okay, we'll just help you play. Everyone starts somewhere. I remember my first legit sweat game. It was during the first half of Taken King. My first game, surprisingly, I was doing pretty good. Like, I think my second game, the first game I did okay. The second game I clutched like the round for us and we won. Everyone starts somewhere. If you start somewhere, you never know where it might lead you. You gotta just take those chances. Those big players, they were small. Everyone was small at one point. Like, they took their chance and they got better and they got bigger. Because these opportunities might never come back. Even for YouTube, like, just take your chances. Like, go for it, you know? Just get involved. Just start it. Everyone starts somewhere. Just over a year ago, I made my channel and I had like 5 subs. And they were all the people I knew at school. So 5 subs. And look at me now. I have almost 2,000 subs. What I learned from back then, it's how me improve my video quality. Like, I'm making better edits, better cuts, better thumbnails. All you have to do is just start. The next way you could get better and bigger is to play better teams and learn from them. So, if you're playing sweats, sometimes you might do really good. You might feel like, oh yeah, I'm feeling confident. You know, I feel like I'm really good at this game. You know, I feel like I'm ready for a tournament. That's not the case. Sure, you have to take your chance and actually play in those tournaments to get better. Unless you practice with extremely good players, don't think that you have a chance. Your only goal should be to actually get better at the game and play better teams. Not to actually win and advance. You shouldn't expect that. You need to play extremely good teams Like, you should try playing like a sweat team. Maybe if you want, you can actually play with me. I can get a bunch of pickups going. But your only goal should be to challenge yourself. It's harder than you think to actually win a tournament. There are a lot more challenging teams that have more dedication, more practice than you. You need to learn from those teams. Like, when you play them, see how they play. You need to learn from them. Learning to improve from taking an L can lead to a W. So I promise you that you'll get better if you play better teams. Because the more you play with better players, the better you get. Not to mention becoming friends with all these better and bigger, more known players will get you more recognition when you play with them more often. Because they could be streaming, people could see you playing with them. They could be, oh, this guy seems pretty good. Maybe I should play with them more often. Being friends with people that are friends with extremely famous people, Leak the Creator, aka Veracity. Yeah, I told you I was gonna put you in this video. If you're friends with people like him, which you know him, he's like chill and used to be pretty big in this community back in year 1. He's friends with a lot of like big players. Asked him if he could like hook me up and get me like to play with all these other big players too, you know, because like he doesn't play anymore, but maybe he could hook me up. And he was like, sure. It's good to have friends like that, you know, that can have your back. Now the last thing I can help you guys get better and bigger in the Destiny community is to purchase additional gear and assets. I'm not telling you to go buy like all these unnecessary products that all these streamers have, like G Fuel, get all this Gamma, get all this Scuff controllers, gaming chairs, gaming routers, all this other stuff. I don't know, bro. You know, be snorting all these Doritos and Mountain Dew, go MLG. But I'm not telling you to get all that stuff because none of it matters. Like, people say it helps, it doesn't, but it can if you take the time to get used to them. My opinion, I don't spend my time and money. I'm too cheap to buy those stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people, you don't want to spend all that money, so I'd recommend you save your money. Personally, the only things I would invest in, which I have invested in, are control freaks, which are completely personal opinion, and they don't help everyone. But for me personally, I feel like control freaks are helpful because they give you more grip and they change the way you move your analog stick. I also have a gaming monitor because I don't know why, but there's something called screen delay and screen lag, which is kind of horrible to play against. You'll see, if you have a gaming monitor, you'll see the difference between a gaming monitor and an actual TV. It just feels delayed, and you have more sight of what you're doing with the gaming monitor. For sweats, a mic or headset is required because you need to coordinate and you need to listen to the teammates and what's going on around you. You don't really need to spend too much money on a headset. Just buy like something cheap, maybe $20 and $30. Nothing else is important. Personally, you want to get some Astro A10s, and not only for gaming purposes, but for recording videos as well. As you hear my voice right now, it's not the best quality as I'm using crappy mic right now. It's not the best. It's the only thing I have at the moment. So I'm trying to get a new mic. Sorry for any audio problems. Personally, get a headset because it helps you and you can hear it more clearly. And that's basically all I've invested in. Just get a regular controller. Basically play default with default settings. I don't want to change the settings. So but everything else is just personal opinion. Nah, that's going to be the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Before and then I just want to give a quick summary of the ways to get better. So number 1 is become a well-rounded player and use different loadouts so you can adapt more easily. Number 2 is just start and get into sweats, take your chances and get involved, make more friends. 3, play better teams to challenge yourself and learn from them. And 4, don't need to buy extra gear, all those Scuff controllers, all those G Fuel. I'm not a solid or anything, but which is why I'm not gonna like have all those sponsorships or partnerships on my channel. Not yet, at least, until I need money or I want more money. I don't even get a lot of money from YouTube, but if you want discounts, they have a lot of discounts, so I don't really need to make more money yet. Don't buy anything other than a headset or monitor unless you want to spend extra money or you have the extra money, but it doesn't really make a difference. The only things that are necessary are headset and monitor because they actually help. Even those aren't really needed. I know a lot of players that play without them. But anyways, that's it for the video. Make sure to like, subscribe. Hope you guys found this helpful and you learned something. And yeah, catch you guys next time. Peace.